Hi, this is Crime and Partner. Welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Now, last episode we had just killed Frankenstein's monster using the destructive power of the Crissaegrim. We're going to go ahead and go on and finish going through the Reverse Outerwall, and we'll do a little bit of exploring of the Black Marble Gallery. Now, here we ran into Paranthropos. They are actually in the Colosseum in the regular world, although there was one of them. Something to know about them, just reminding you, after you beat the game and your file says cleared, or you're playing a replay and your file save says replay, their rare drop is the most powerful accessory in the game. No question about it. The Ring of Varda, it's something like 30 strength, 30 intelligence, 10 defense, 10 luck, I think 10 attack and 10 defense, something like that. I mean, it's nothing even compares. You know, I'll try and get some comparable rings to that, but nothing will be even close for as far as this playthrough is concerned. And here we run into Nova skeletons, which shoot lasers out of their belly. How that's possible, I have no clue. None. Yeah, nothing even comes close to surviving. Just something to note, those lasers hurt. Oh wow, 116 damage right there. So yeah, I don't want to get hit by them if I can help it. And up here is... oh wow, I missed it. Let's try that again. If you remember, in the regular version of the Outer Wall, over here there was a telescope, and I was expecting to see the fairy man, but I never did. Instead, I think I saw a bird. Anyway, I think that does it. Yeah. Okay. That's it for the Outer Wall, so we're going to go back to the little... area that'll take us to the Black Marble Gallery. Something to note about the Nova skeleton, I think it's the rare drop. It's a sword called Terminus Est, which is actually a poison sword. I think it's the only poison sword in the game, really. It's actually Latin for the end. Very, very long run down this hall. You know, if this was a straightaway, I'd probably go ahead and try using the, what is it called? The wolf, and do the whole run. But I'm not going to be able to do it here with all this little curvy stuff going on. Careful. Yep, there are now little spike things there, so you gotta be careful. Oh, actually I can go here. Let me do that. Great. And here we find what looks to be an iron ball. Yes. Lovely. So yeah, anyway, I'm just backtracking. I mean, this is pretty much how it's going to be for the rest of the game. I have all the abilities I need to get everywhere. It's just a matter of getting there. And you know, since originally in the first castle, you know, getting certain abilities allowed me to go to new places. You know, so I kind of had a direction and order as far as where I'm going. Here I can go anywhere at any time, so it's just kind of tedious. As I work my way through the entire castle all over again. Let me make sure. Yeah. Actually, did I miss something here? Let me check. Okay, I guess it wasn't here. And yes, I gained yet another level. That's something you notice. The experience and level of the monsters here That's what I'm looking for. They're just really higher than that of the regular castle. So when you first come here, expect to gain a lot of levels all at once. Ooh, nice job. Saved me having to kill that one. Okay, now this guy right here is the Guardian. He gives the most experience of any monster in the game, at least the normal monster is concerned. So if you're going to be doing your level grinding, this is the guy to do it with. Just to give you an idea, what is that? 8210 to next level? 3635. I mean, that's almost 5 grand experience. They also, the rare drop God's Garb, which in terms of defense is the highest defense armor in the game, second only to the walk armor, provided that you take the time to level it. Okay, we're gonna use the stopwatch. This thing works just the same as it did in the regular castle. And I got a bunch of useless resist potions. Okay, we're actually gonna wait. Oh no, we need to go down. Let me do that now. Here is every sub-weapon in the game. So I'll be switching back to Holy Water. Very convenient. Something also to know about those Guardians earlier is they are strong versus cut attacks. So you're probably actually better off using a weapon like the Fist of Tulkas, because again, it's actually hit damage instead of cut. So, you know, it's got shorter range, but if you can manage to hit them, they'll go down a lot faster. And we are back in, well, this was Olrox's quarters originally. I don't know the exact name off the top of my head. I think it's actually called Deathwing's Lair in the inverted castle. And here we run into Ajagal. He's actually got an interesting weapon I'd like to show you. So I'm going to off screen getting his rare drop. Okay, so I managed to get the rare item off of the Azagal. In addition, his common drop is the Covenant Stone. As you can see, it is 15 strength. I think these are actually going to be, I got 2 of them, the rings I'm going to use throughout the end of the game, just because my options are a bit limited, considering I can't use Ring of Varda, so more damage is always a good thing. Anyway, the item I wanted to get was the Morn Blade. As you can see in the description, it says feeds upon enemy souls. What this actually means is this. Let me show you. See that candle? Look at that. I gain life. What this does is every time I hit something, whether it's a wall or a monster, anything, I gain 8 health. Pretty cool item. Also something else to note, that guy just killed Malachi. His common drop is actually the Dark Shield. It's the only other shield aside from the Medusa shield which has an attack power. Not just that, but the shield just looks really cool as well. So that always wins points in my book. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and ignore him because he's a pain to kill. Okay, maybe not. And we're gonna head to the Reverse Coliseum. Here we find werewolves. They actually have another drop I want to go ahead and show you. Let me go ahead and, well, where is it? I don't know, I misplaced it. Anyway, I'll go ahead and I'll off-screen getting the rare drop. Okay, so I got the rare drop off of the werewolf. It took about 5 minutes or so, and it is the Yatsutsuna Katana. This katana is basically the two-handed version of the Crissaegrim sword. It does have a higher attack power, and again, it attacks multiple times, and I can move without slowing down. It's pretty powerful, although it's almost too powerful to the point that you don't need the extra strength, just because, I mean, Crissaegrim can easily do the job. Something else to note about this weapon is equipping it, you take a 20-point hit in your defense. So that's just something else to know. I'll play with it a little bit more in the next video, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and stop for now. In the next video, we will continue our trek through the Reverse Coliseum. This is Crime and Partner. Thank you for watching. See you next, Crime.